In the most recent episode of her podcast, Mom Kailyn Lowry appears to have confirmed that she secretly welcomed her fifth child. On Friday's episode of her barely famous podcast, the MTV star seemed to unintentionally reveal her baby news after months of concealment. Social media influencer Amber Boone, who was interviewed by Kailyn, 31, during the program, shared candidly about her experiences as a teenage mother of two. The podcast host connected to her guest and asked her for marital advice. She is well known for sharing her story as a young mother on MTV 16 and pregnant and teen mom too. "I did watch another video of you where you mentioned that you and your husband don't have children. Please talk to me about it, as I've obviously had issues with it all around," Kailyn said. The reality actress is the mother of 4 sons, 3-year-old Creed and 6-year-old Lux, with her ex-husband Chris Lopez, 9-year-old Lincoln with her ex-husband Javi Marroquin, and 13-year-old Isaac with Joe Rivera. Rio, her newborn boy, is allegedly born to her, and Elijah Scott, her lover. Going on, Kailyn said, "It seems like I have kids with almost everyone I date. So I'm just curious how that dynamic works for you, and if you ever feel like the lack of children in your marriage or relationship is a missing piece." She seemed to be hinting that she has a child with her live-in partner, Elijah, thus the query aroused concerns among listeners. When Kailyn unintentionally disclosed she had more baby fathers than she claimed, fans became even more persuaded. "I've never been in a scenario where I felt like I didn't want to be in a relationship anymore, except maybe with my ex-husband after we had one and I had some miscarriages," the TV personality said. "I don't want to go through this again," in reference to her difficulties carrying out a second pregnancy with Javi. She corrected herself. "I ultimately did with other people," adding, "another person." Fans seem to be aware of just Kailyn's 2 younger boys that she has with her former partner, Chris. Thus, her slip-up seemed to hint at the possibility of a 4th baby daddy. In November 2022, Kailyn gave birth to her 5th child, as exclusively disclosed to the U.S. Sun in February. The TV star has stayed silent about the matter, despite reports that at the time she had only told close friends and relatives. On Instagram earlier this week, fans believed they had finally seen Kailyn's nearly 1-year-old baby. The incident occurred when the native of Pennsylvania shared an old photo of her 4 boys lying on the couch. When she held her then infant son, Creed, in her arms, her fans mistook the child for Rio, her new baby. Someone said, "I gasped when I saw this thinking we were getting to see number 5, but then I realized it was Creed. I literally did the same thing," said another person who concurred. Fans are sure that Kailyn is expecting twins even though she hasn't said anything about her alleged 5th child. When images of the singer wearing what appeared to be a baby bump were exclusively obtained by the U.S. Sun in May, speculation that Kailyn was expecting started to spread. The diva was seen running errands close to her Delaware home. In pictures, her bump looked bigger. She left her baby mama's No Drama podcast studio on September 7, according to footage obtained by the U.S. Sun. Kailyn showed off her wide stomach in the photos while sporting a tight black tank top and biker shorts. A video of the Teen Mom alum wearing a bracelet that said "Mom of 7" was posted in May, and a number of additional hints in recent weeks led fans to believe she was expecting multiples. Earlier in the month, supporters worried about Kailyn's kids and wondered how she would manage to take care of them all. "I do not understand her fixation with pregnancy," someone commented on an internet post. "A woman's body is severely damaged by pregnancy, especially as she ages. On certain podcasts, she cannot even finish a sentence without gasping." Someone more said, "In all seriousness, I can't imagine anyone of her age wanting to be pregnant this many times after all the drama and headaches of previous relationships and custody issues, and so on." To each their own, a third person wrote, "She ought to be spending more time with all of her children, not less, considering how many children and daddies she has. She won't spend as much time with her children as she will if she has more, without her father." Another person said, genuinely worried how she's going to work this out, mentally, physically, emotionally, etc., if and when she and her boyfriend don't work out, and she's now with 7 kids at 31 years old.